Hello, everybody. Happy Monday, the 15th of December. Olin Jennings here, your spiritual guide and divorce empowerment coach, coming in with energies of the week from today, the 15th of December, until Sunday, the 21st of December. So, how are you all doing? Hope you're coping with the madness that can often be December leading up to the Christmas season. So, what have we got coming up this week? So there's there's more than two things going on, but these are the main things going on this week. So we've got the new moon in Sagittarius, which I believe is on the 20th, which is Saturday. And then in the Northern Hemisphere, we've got the winter solstice, which is on the 21st, which is the Sunday. And of course, in the Southern Hemisphere, you've got the summer solstice. So interesting energies, because the new moon, is always really about setting new intentions. It's in the fire sign of Sagittarius, so it's all about kind of, what do I want to achieve? What do I want to do differently? And yet, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, the winter solstice is all about kind of going within and reflecting and slowing down. But having said that, of course, the winter solstice is also the shortest. Yeah, is it the shortest day? Yes, shortest day. And we will start to see more sunlight. Well, whether we'll see it in the sky or not, I don't know, but it will start to get lighter. So our evenings have obviously been dark quite early, and they will continue to be so this week. In fact, they'll probably feel will feel dark even earlier this week. And then sort of from about after Christmas, we'll slowly start to see the light coming back in the late afternoon, evening. So there's that sense of, coming out of hibernation a little bit. But of course, we're still in winter. Obviously, I'm talking more about that than the summer solstice. But with the summer solstice, of course, you're then going to be heading into your autumn time. So things starting to change for you guys as well, but in a different way. So this week, the energies feel like we are wanting to make our plans for 2026. It's still a good time to review where you are, especially if you're running your own business and things like that. What do you want to do possibly differently next year? So sort of making those plans. It doesn't mean you have to particularly change anything. As I was saying last week, you don't particularly need to change anything right now. There's a lot going on for us at this time of year, but we can certainly have the plans in motion. So it would be good to review where you are. So if you're running a business and it's online, maybe reviewing what you're offering, reviewing, how you turn up, how you attract clients, that sort of thing. But of course, it could be that you're not running a business, but you want to make changes in your work life and that sort of thing, and your personal life. Also, as I said, the Sagittarius new moon is quite exciting. It's inviting us to dream big. It's Sagittarius is often about freedom, adventure, positivity. It's a lovely Sagittarius is a lovely kind of astrological sign. It's very, let's try it, let's get on with it. I'm very positive, very forward thinking, so we're going to be in that sort of energy. But then of course after Sunday, I think we go into Capricorn season, which is more about, getting our plans together. It's an earth sign, getting our plans together and being a bit more practical with things. So I also pulled a couple of cards from the Lightseers Tarot deck, as I've been doing more recently. So I find they're quite helpful. And we have two major cards, major arcana cards for this week. So we've got the Empress, which came out first. So the Empress is that lovely divine feminine energy, you know, where you tune into your intuition. There's lots of creativity, lots of things you might be doing this week. Producing, planning for, intending. Creativity, you know, can simply mean new ideas coming in. Sort of really intuitively there, really feeling in to what you need going forward. But we also have the Tower. Now the Tower can be quite a scary card. The Tower is when unexpected changes happen. The rug can be pulled from under your feet, that type of thing. And I think I've been saying for a few weeks now that some of us need to make changes, and perhaps quite big changes, and ones we're a bit frightened of, and we're not, perhaps we haven't done them yet, or perhaps we haven't made those changes yet, or perhaps, you know, we're still hesitating for whatever reason. It could well be that we get caught out by this and the changes are made for us, but it might not be that. I'm feeling, because the Empress is there as well, I think it's kind of, you know, really using this week to tune in to what you want, tune into your intuition. You know, intuition is your strongest gift, it's your strongest power. We're all born with intuition. It's just that we get conditioned not to trust it. And the noise of the world becomes louder. And we look for outside validation when actually our intuition is what what should be leading us. So it may well be that you're tuning in this week, and if you've been following me for a few weeks, you'll know that I've been talking about really tuning into what you need, what you don't want to hang on to, that sort of thing. And maybe the Tower is coming in to take away what isn't in alignment anymore. So maybe it's just supporting you in a way, you know, maybe something's going to be revealed to you, but it's definitely about unexpected change though, you know. So maybe there's something some of you are not quite seeing, and sometimes that happens because we're not meant to see it all, right? So, but don't be frightened of it, because it gives you a chance to reevaluate your situation, redirect yourself, okay? So it's about getting honest as well, isn't it? It's about getting honest with yourself about what you really need. That's what it is. And maybe the universe is going to see through us if we're pretending that we still need something that we don't. That could be it, actually. Yeah, that feels like it could be it. So, but having said that, don't panic, because it won't be for everybody. As you know, these are just general kind of assessments of the week, and that those energies won't be for everybody. So don't panic. Just really enjoy the planning, the looking, you know, the review that you might be doing, setting your intentions with this lovely new moon, and then welcoming in the solstice energies, knowing that the light is returning, which, you know, is lovely, isn't it? Because it's really been getting dark quite early here. So it would be nice to start seeing that shifting. And also maybe some of you have just got to get ready for Christmas. Maybe it's just that, you know, you've got people coming and you need to sort yourselves out. You need to have the preparations done and in place. So I'm just going to bring in my guides to see if they've got anything else to say. So hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, so it's an interesting week, really, because there is a lot of energy around about taking action, maybe because it is really um, more or less coming towards the end of December. And of course, if you celebrate Christmas, that's coming up in 10 days. So there may be a feeling of needing to get things done, needing to be ready, especially if you've got small children and they're finishing school this week. So there is that sort of energy of, getting things organized, but also there is this energy of just wanting to take some time, to breathe, take some time to look within and start to make those plans for what you don't want to see in your life in 2026, as much as you can, of course. And, embracing the fact that we will be going into, or you will be going into universal year one, which is new beginning. So this ending of this sort of universal year nine is asking you to be honest. It is saying, look, this is a chance to really let go of something, whether that be a way of thinking, a way of speaking to yourself, if you're not very kind to yourself sometimes. It may be that it's about reviewing your relationships. Does something need to change or end? Is there something that if you're in business, as I was saying earlier, is there something you need to let go of? Because next year is much more fast paced, or it should be. And it really, these energies now are setting you up so you can get going in those one energies. All right. Now, obviously, you might not get going straight away in January just because it's suddenly 2026, but it certainly will feel like, you'll be still being Capricorn season then. It certainly will be that you're setting yourself up, making your plans, um, but making them a reality. What can you really do to make those changes rather than just dreaming about them, rather than just thinking about them. But in the northern hemisphere, as Owen was saying, you have the winter solstice, so it's also about, just looking back on your year so far, reflecting, reviewing, where is it you're grateful, what are you grateful for, that sort of thing, and looking forward to lighter or more light coming in the following months. So we wish you a wonderful week, and we will be back again soon. All right, so I hope that made sense. Oh, hi, Anne. Nice of you to join me. Do take care. Have a great week. You know where I am. If you need any help with anything, guidance or clarity, or setting your own intentions, making a plan. And if you're somebody who's in a relationship which is tricky right now, and you're thinking of separating or divorcing, or you know of anybody in that situation, this can be a tough time of year. Do know that I'm around, I'm available to help you get through this tricky time of year if that's the situation you're in. All right, so do take care, and I will be back next week. I'm hesitating because I'm pretty sure I'll be back next week, and then I will probably take some time out. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye for now.